Hey guys, I'm back with another makeup look today, and I wanted this one to be quite natural but a bit bronzy, glowy, with natural brows. I wanted to do a eyeliner, but I didn't want it to be like super sharp, super there. Just like a soft, smoky eyeliner, not too much foundation or concealer, and not a lot of contour. So yeah, what is so great about this is that anyone could pull this off. It's not a hard look to create, and it's not a hard look to pull off like face-wise. Like anyone could wear this and look flawless. The lip is very natural and easy to reapply, and it won't like be patchy or anything, so you could still do a bit of kissing. So yeah, I think it's a beautiful look for a date night or just hanging out with your friends. So yeah, if you want to see how I did this, then please keep on watching. So the first thing I did was to apply a moisturizer, and mine is the Clinique Moisture Surge Extended Thirst Relief. I didn't want to use a primer all over my face, but since I wanted the coverage of the foundation to be a bit lighter, I wanted to minimize my pores a bit, because that's always nice. So I decided to go for the Too Faced Primed and Poreless primer. So I used this one in my T-zone mostly. So for foundation, I mixed two, and the first one was my Makeup Forever HD one, and the other one was the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. The NARS one is really moisturizing, and the Makeup Forever has the perfect amount of coverage, I think. It's also not drying or anything like that. The skin just looks amazing after using these two. I didn't want to conceal too much, but since I have a few red spots on my face and like darkness underneath my eyes, I still wanted to cover that. So I decided to go for my Urban Decay Naked Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. For brows, I always start off with my ABH Clear Brow Gel. This one just really keeps my eyebrows in place and really gives them the shape that I want them to have. What I have in mind when I want to create really natural, big, fluffy brows is that I'm trying to mimic real hair where I don't have them naturally. So yeah, that's all you have to keep in mind, and you'll be fine. The last thing I do to my brows, just to make them look a bit fuller and not as drawn on, is to use this one. This is the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper in the color Medium Dark. I only used one palette today for my eyes, and it's the Stila Mind palette. It only has matte shades in it, and it's so beautiful. This is my go-to palette right now. So I started off with this shade right here. And then to define my crease a bit, I decided to use this one, which is a bit more warm and burgundy. And to highlight my brow bone and my inner corners, I use this one. And for my lower lash line, I use the same colors, nothing different. I started off with this one and then went on with the burgundy one again. So just the same steps, but on my lower lash line. So for my smudgy kind of natural eyeliner, I decided to go for this pen. This is from Maybelline, New York. It's called Lasting Drama 24-Hour Automatic Gel Pencil. It's a really dark brown shade, and it's so creamy. I love the black one as well. And I didn't want to use this all the way in, so I used it like halfway in, very close to my lashes, and then did a teeny tiny flick on the outside. And then I just used a brush to really smudge it out and created the shape that I wanted. I also used this one on my lower lash line. I didn't go all the way in here either, just on the outer part to create a more almond shape. And to make my eyeliner last a bit longer, I used this one, which is a really true brown shade on top, and it's a beautiful, beautiful brown. So I didn't use any false lashes, so if you want to do that, you do it. I just decided not to because I wanted to keep it very natural. But obviously I used mascara, and the one I used is the Lancome Hypnose Doll Eyes Mascara. This is waterproof. I wanted my face to be kind of bronzy and glowy but still very natural, so I didn't want to create a harsh contour or a super highlight. So I started off with my Hoola bronzer, which is a quite cool tone bronzer, and I only use this one the tiniest bit just to bring back the shadows of my cheekbones and a tiny bit on my forehead. Nothing more, nothing heavy. For my main bronzer I use the Beverly Illuminator, which is a shimmery kind of bronzer. It's so beautiful. So if you want a bronzer that has that kind of glow, this is beautiful. And I just swooped it over my cheekbones and my forehead and a tiny bit down my neck just to make everything blend together. So I decided to go for the So Hollywood Illuminator by ABH. So I pretty much use this one all over my face. I use this on my cheekbones, I use it on my forehead, just above the arch of my brow, on my brow bone, I used it on my inner corners, I used it on my nose and on my cupid's bow and a bit on my chin. So pretty much all over my face, but nothing harsh, just really like swoopy. So I use this blush from MAC, which is a peachy kind of pink, really fresh looking beautiful blush. It's called Spellbinder. I wanted to do a very natural nude lip with a gloss. Since I had date nights in general in mind, I always want to go for a lip that's very easy to apply, that goes away very natural. So I decided to use two NYX products. The first product I decided to use is the NYX High Voltage lipstick in the shade Tangerine, which is a super pretty peachy nude color. And then on top of that I used the NYX Body Gloss in the color Fortune Cookie, which is my favorite one. It smells so good. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!